Hello, hello. Welcome to Sunday Spotlight Coaching. So I made a decision that the last Sunday of every month, I'm going to stream to my group, Be Vibrant, Be You. And if you're not in there, then you're going to miss the rest of the month and all the other fun stuff that goes on in there. So today I will stream this to both my group and to my profile. So welcome to Sunday Spotlight Coaching. Shelley Simpchism here. If you join me live, put hashtag live and tell me where you're coming from. If you catch the replay, put hashtag replay. So today I wanted to talk about 5 tips for avoiding procrastination. How do you stop procrastinating? So most of us procrastinate. Sorry, tongue twisted. Anyhow, correction, we all do, right? So I have even procrastinated on looking for a topic for the live today, right? Yeah, true story. So it's been a busy weekend, but it's been an awesome weekend. So I want to give you 5 tips. If you're procrastinating, if you're working, like we're at the last week of January, and how are your goals? I went live last weekend asking for you to share with me about, in my group only, about, how are your goals coming, the goals that you set. We were 3 weeks in, and that was at, around the time that some people start dropping off or not staying consistent. So today I wanted to give you 5 tips, kind of like a follow-up from last week's live. And if you want to see that and you're not in my group, make a comment below, add to group, and I will send you a link to ask to join the group. So here's the number 1. Reduce the number of decisions you make throughout the day, right? Reduce the number of decisions. So how I do this is I make a list the night before. When I have tasks piling up, and some days we have more than others. Some weeks we have more things going on than other weeks. So I make a list because every decision we make has an energy consequence, right? I like to talk about energy. So if you wake up in the morning and you need to ask yourself, what do I need to do today? You're about to procrastinate the shit out of the day. I'm telling you, if you don't know where to start and you don't have a mini plan for the day. So when I do this often because I've been pretty busy lately going into 2024, I'll make a list the night before and what I want to get done the next day. I don't stress if I don't get it all done. It just gets moved to the next day because the universe is telling me, Shelley, you did what you could today. All right. So if you approach each new day without having given thought to what you want it to look like ahead of time, then you'll waste a large portion of the day. You really, really will. So reduce the number of decisions that you need to make throughout the day. And, I always say preparing the night before sets you up for a successful morning. It really does in many ways. So, some things you might ask yourself, should I hit the gym today or go tomorrow? Should I say yes to lunch with that friend? Should I wear this or that? You know what? I set my clothes out every night for the next day. I do. I really do. It makes a difference in the morning to keep when I get up and I know it's going to be busy and, I want to meditate, journal, and then get cleaned up. And, my clothes are there and they're laid out. I don't have to think about it. The thought has already happened, right? So we are asking ourselves questions all day long. So reduce that. So the number of decisions you make, that's the number 1 tip for avoiding procrastination. So number 2, finish your day before it starts. This tip, it picks up where number 1 tip leaves off. The best decision you're going to make towards avoiding procrastination is to plan your days in advance, right? What did I just say? So, like, example, me getting my clothes out, right? This is kind of 1 and 2 go together, right? meal prepping on Sundays. Now, I live alone, so meal prepping is a lot more simpler. So depending on my week and what I'm planning in my meals, I will meal plan for a couple days because I can cook something. I don't know about you, but I have no problem with eating leftovers for 2 or 3 days. So I don't fight that, oh, it's only me. That's a lot to eat. I separate it into small containers, put it into the fridge. My meals are done. I just grab them. Don't have to think about it, right? So that's just an example. So, writing down what you need to do the night before. Okay. Now, tip number 3, the nothing alternative, I call this. Avoiding procrastination that was, it's difficult sitting down at the keyboard and cranking out a predetermined word count every day. And, if you're writing your book or, what's another example I could use here? The nothing alternative is if, you thought to yourself, I want to work out tomorrow, right? I want to work out tomorrow. Do you know when I set out my clothes when I'm going to work for the day, I also set out my workout clothes. What am I going to wear? Depending on what my workout is, I have, they're all similar workout clothes, but I wear different things if I'm doing weights or if I'm doing some HIIT cardio, if I'm doing both, right? I don't work out every day, guys. 3-4 times a week. I'm maintaining. And then, going back to that list. So the nothing alternative is if you haven't prepared, call it the nothing alternative. You might just skip it and not do anything in that task, whatever that may be, right? Do nothing or focus on your one most important thing, right? So if you're feeling overwhelmed, the other thing about my nothing alternative is, really be honest with yourself. Don't compare. Don't compete with anyone else. If, you're low energy, say you're coming off a cold, or say, you're just tired, but you need to get some stuff done, just put 1 or 2 things on your list, right? Focus on the one most important thing that you want to get done that day. I do 5 or 6 sometimes. Some days I think, tomorrow I'm going to be spending some time with myself, being present. I'm going to read and da-da-da. So what task can I get done tomorrow? What do I want to get done, right? So instead of, doing a whole, doing 5 or 6, don't plan more than 5 or 6 on your list. I'm telling you, people. Because if you have bonus time, then spend it on yourself, some self-love, self-care. We got to work that in. Feeling good about yourself also helps fight procrastination. That's an extra one in there. So the next action habit, focus on something doable, right? Don't set a task that isn't doable for that day, right? Don't, what would be one? Possibly meeting a friend for lunch. Well, you're not sure. You haven't made the plans. Don't put that on there, right? It may not be doable, right? And then you're going to go, okay, I don't have that to do. The nothing gap starts creeping in there. So procrastination causes a lot of stress and pressure. But this is all to relieve that pressure. It's where the secret comes in. The key to this tip is avoiding procrastination is to figure out the very next physical action, no matter how small. So when you're writing your list, you might put on there that, maybe it's reaching out to some customers. Put the names of the customers that you want to reach out to. What is something else? Sorry, I'm having my brain's slowing down here. Maybe you need to make some phone calls. Maybe you need to call and book that appointment, maybe you got a couple appointments. Maybe you need to book that hair appointment, maybe doctor's appointment, maybe grooming appointment for your dog. Write down specifically, right? So, and put the phone numbers beside them. Because maybe if you go look for them, or make sure they're in your contacts so you can just put them in and call them up. I know these are small things, but they all help, right? So then number 5. I talked about this a few weeks ago about environment. Different rooms in your house, different environments have different energies. So it's like eating in the living room, and you watch TV there, that you're mixing up that energy, right? So if you want to remove the cues that trigger your procrastination habits in the first place, okay? So if you work in your living room and you're apt to turn on the TV and put Netflix on while you're going to work, you're going to try and do stuff. Don't do that, right? I used to have a TV in my office. I took it out of my office. I took it out because I got into the habit of putting it on, even if it's a Google TV that was in my office and I had Spotify and that on it, even listening to a podcast and I'm trying to work. It's okay if it's playing in the background, but I find I was getting distracted because then I would stop and listen. And before I knew it, an hour's passed by. And it's like, holy crap, right? So it's okay if you're playing music or something, but I find visuals distract me. So the TV being on. So I move the TV out of there and I listen to Spotify on my phone. Visuals distract me. I like watching some of my podcasts on YouTube. So if you're a visual person and they're going to distract you from doing your job. Now, some people are okay with it, but that's an example, right? So, another one is if you get easily distracted while you're doing your work, put your phone to do not disturb, right? Don't listen to those ding, 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 dings, right? So you want to stay focused. So adjust your environment around you, right? If you're working on your computer, shut off some notifications if you're really, really concentrated on what you're doing, right? But on the phone, that's huge. I mean, our phones are a huge distraction. They're also a huge, huge help to us at times, right? So here, let's just recap this. So 5 ways we're going to stop procrastination, or we're going to work on it, because we all do. And if someone tells you that we don't, and there goes my phone. Someone just texted me, right? I didn't put it on do not disturb for this live. So that is, but I'm not going to look at it right now because I'm talking to you. So number 1, you're going to reduce the number of decisions that you're going to make throughout the day. Be real. What can you get done in the day? What are your other responsibilities that, on top of what you need to get done? Finish your day before it starts. Prepare the night before, right? The next one is, the nothing alternative, right? Don't overwhelm yourself. You're going to end up doing nothing instead of anything, okay? The next action habit, focus on something doable, right? Doable. Things that you can do, that you are already set in plan. If you're not prepared and you don't have the tools, then it's not doable. Get the tools first and then put it on your day list, right? And then adjust your environment. That is huge. Adjust your environment. Lower the distractions. Keep your energy clean. Stay focused. So I would love to know if this helped you. I'm sure it's stuff you've heard before, but you know what? There are always good reminders. coaching and mindset is all about repetitiveness, right? It's practicing it over and over and over again, because then the human comes out once in a while and says, no, we're not going to do that today. And yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, we are. You get out of here, inner critic. So have a great day. Let me know if this helped. And I'll be back again next Sunday. And last Sunday of every month, I will stream to my profile too. I want to invite you into my group, Be Vibrant, Be You. And come on over. There's lots of fun stuff going on in there. Oh, and stay tuned. The next 4 days, we're having a mega collagen sale. Mega collagen sale. If you'd like information on that, put collagen in the comments. I'm telling you, if you've been sitting on the fence about trying my collagen, mega 4-day collagen sale. See you later. Bye.